Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here to talk to you about my skin and skincare and what I've been doing to try and help my acne. If you've known me for a while, you know that I've been struggling with acne since I was about 14. So it's been pretty horrible on and off since then. I'm now almost 22 and lately it has flared up and been the absolute bane of my existence. So basically today I'm going to go through my skincare, what I've done to change it, how my skin is improving, and the mistakes that I've made in the past that have made my acne worse. So back in July my skin got really bad. I was working a very stressful job, I was just overall stressed. I just finished school, I finished my summer classes, and so my acne had flared up. I had a friend that recommended that I go and buy the Foreo. She was raving about it, she'd bought it a couple months prior and said it completely cleared up her skin. She had friends that had used it and they said that it cleared up their skin as well. I read a bunch of reviews online, I watched YouTube videos on it, and everyone said that it was the best machine, the best investment that they had made. So I was like, right, I'm gonna go and get myself one of them. So I went into Sephora and I told the girl everything that I was using. And as soon as she heard coconut oil, she said, okay, first of all, you need to stop using that. It clogs your pores. So I was like, right, that one's gone. And she's like, I personally use the Foreo, and she could not say enough good things about it. And so obviously that, I was already pretty sold on it anyway, but that did sell me on it. And so I went ahead and I bought it. So I got home and I started using it, and she said that within a few days my acne or the red spot should have reduced a little bit, and then within a couple of weeks that my complexion should have pretty much completely cleared up. She didn't say that I should be using any different cleanser than what I was using, which was the Philosophy cleanser. And so I continued to use that as my cleanser, and then I just used it to take my makeup off as well because the coconut oil was not obviously helping me. So I went ahead and I started using my Foreo, and a couple of weeks went by and there was no change to my skin, and so I thought, I'm gonna keep using it just because I was quitting my job at that time. So I thought maybe that the stress was still making me break out and everything. So I continued to use it. I continued to use it for about a month and a half, and my skin had not changed in the slightest. So I went back to Sephora with the intentions of returning this Foreo. And when I went in, she instead suggested that I changed my cleanser, and I was like, okay, but then wouldn't that mean that it's just the cleanser that's not working and I don't really need the Foreo at all? But I went ahead and I bought a different cleanser, which was the Bosia, I don't even know how to say it, black thermal cleanser. That was the one that my friend was using with her Foreo as well. So I thought that maybe that would be a better option, so I got that one, and then I used that for about another 3 weeks, and I broke out in the worst cystic acne I have ever had in my entire life. It was like, I'm gonna insert a clip so that you can see, and it was like painful big red lumps all throughout my chin. I had a few on my forehead, and then a bit like on the side of my mouth as well. And I was in so much pain and I felt so ugly and disgusting. I mean, if you've never dealt with acne, then you probably don't know what this feels like, but when you take your makeup off and you can see all of that crap just on your face and you are doing everything that you can to get rid of it and it just won't go away, it's the most frustrating and heartbreaking thing in the entire world. So I had a meltdown one day and I cut using the Foreo that day, and that was about 2 weeks ago. And that night I went to town on Google and I was Googling everything, like supplements, skincare, vitamins, like you name it, I Googled it. So after my extensive Googling, I found 3 supplements that I realized that I should probably be taking if I wanted to have clear skin, because at this point I figured that there was no way that it was the topical stuff that I was using on my face that was making me break out, because I literally tried everything. So I decided to start taking these supplements instead. Zinc, vitamin A, and fish oil, so omega-3. I went ahead and I bought those and I started taking them literally straight away. So there's a science behind this-ish, kind of. I'm not going to go into too much detail. I did post a blog post all about this subject, so if you're bored of listening to me already, then you can go ahead and check that out. I'll leave the link in the down bar below. And I explain everything. I explain my logic behind each of the different supplements and everything like that. but I'm gonna go through it now as well. So, this literally is as big as my head. Taking vitamin A helps prevent your pores being clogged up by dead skin cells and stuff like that. It also decreases oil production on your skin, so both of those things in itself kind of explain why you would have acne if you've got a vitamin A deficiency. So obviously if you have pores that are clogged with dead skin cells, that's gonna have a build up and you're gonna have a spot. And if you have an increased oil production on your face, then again that's going to clog your pores and you're going to have zits that pop up. And lastly, vitamin A suppresses androgen formation. I did not Google what an androgen was. All I know is that androgens are very responsible for the creation of acne. So then zinc kind of goes hand in hand with vitamin A. So zinc is the transporter of vitamin A. So if you've got a zinc deficiency, you can't get the vitamin A to your body to help fight the acne, repair your skin, all that stuff. You might not even have a vitamin A deficiency, you might just be zinc and your zinc is just not there to carry what you need. Pretty much every blog post I read said zinc was the one to have. It's not a magical cure, but a lot of people who suffer from acne suffer from a zinc deficiency. So zinc is found in stuff like seafood, like oysters and all that stuff. Basically, zinc is responsible for cell growth and replication. It helps renew your skin faster. So even if you do get a zit, it helps kind of slough it off quicker and regrow the new skin underneath. So it's good for repairing your skin. It also regulates your hormone balance in your body. Hormones, again, linked to acne, so if your hormones are kind of all over the place, and your acne is probably going to be all over the place. I mean, I am on birth control, but I've been on it for so long now that I feel like it's probably not doing anything to help this mess. And lastly, omega-3 fish oils. I probably should have been taking these anyway, just because they're good for you. But basically, fish oil just decreases inflammation. So, a zit is red and inflamed, and fish oil and omega-3 specifically helps with the reduction of inflammation in your body. I also decided to start taking my acne medication again. I was on acne medication grade 11 and 12, I think, and I kind of periodically took it since then throughout university. It got to the point about a year ago when I just did not want to be on medication for my acne, but with the state of my skin, it's kind of at that point. So the acne medication that I was on was minocycline. So minocycline is basically just a antibiotic. It's called a bacteriostatic antibiotic. So basically it just means that it stops the buildup of bacteria in your skin and in your body, which bacteria, acne, you know, you get the drill now. So those are the supplements I've decided to start taking. Zinc, vitamin A, fish oil, and then I've started on my medication again. So that was the first step that I took to taking my skin out of its crap stage. I'm gonna insert a clip from about a week into that routine of taking those things. So I stopped using the Foreo on, I think it was a Thursday, and then I went out and I bought these supplements on a Friday. So I literally started it right after I stopped using the Foreo. So I can't say whether the improvement in my skin is from stopping using the Foreo or starting using these products, or a mixture of the two. A few days later I went back into Sephora to return my Foreo, and I think they could tell how frustrated I was, because I was just so upset that I just spent all this money on a piece of equipment that was supposed to fix my skin and it didn't. So I went in and I returned it, and one of the girls there gave me a bunch of samples for Dr. Murad skincare line. So the lady gave me a serum, an acne spot treatment, a face mask and a face scrub to help with whatever was going on, because obviously the Foreo wasn't working. I think they could probably see that. So I don't have the actual bottles with me because I'm still using the samples. I'm actually, after I film this, I'm gonna go and buy myself the full size things because they are miracle workers. If you've never used Murad before, I cannot say enough good things about them, because within the space of the 2 weeks that I've been using this, my cystic acne is completely gone. I just have the remnants of a couple of them still on my face, but other than that, they have completely been reduced. I just have scarring on my face now. So she gave me all those Dr. Murad things. I also went and bought myself a new moisturizer because I figured that the one that I've been using for literally 6 years probably wasn't doing me any good anymore. So I went ahead and I bought the Cetaphil moisturizer. It's the Derma Control Oil Control Moisturizer, and it's for oily, blemish prone skin. So this kind of happened with my Googling as well. So when I was Googling what products were the best to use for my skin, this one came up. So I decided to go with this moisturizer. So basically my skincare now looks like this. So I take my makeup off still with the Philosophy face wash. I did continue to use the black thermal cleanser from Bossier just because I really liked how it felt. I don't think that this is the reason for my cystic acne. I truly believe that it was the Foreo that was irritating my skin to the point where I was breaking out uncontrollably. So I cleansed my face with that morning and night. If my skin is feeling particularly clogged that day, or I've worn a lot of makeup, or I've had my makeup on for a long period of time, I then go in with a gentle face scrub. It's the Origins Ginseng face scrub. Sometimes I find with face scrubs they're quite harsh and they kind of tear your skin up more than they do anything good, but I find that this one makes you feel really fresh and clean after you've used it. It smells really nice, and I find that it scrubs just enough that it takes all the crap out of your face, but it doesn't take your skin off with it. So after I finish that, I pat my face dry and then I go in with a micellar water. So this is the Garnier one. I use this every time after I wash my face, so morning and night I use this. After I've gone in with my micellar water, I then go in with my Murad T-Zone serum. So I just put this all over my face right after I've done my micellar water. So then after my serum, I go in with my moisturizer, so my Cetaphil moisturizer. So then after I've done my moisturizer, I go in with the Murad Acne Spot treatment. At night, I put this directly on the problem areas that I have. So any big zits that just need to go, I like literally just blob it on that zit. And then I also use this in the morning, but I don't concentrate it specifically on acne spots. I just put it all over my face after my moisturizer, and then I put my makeup on top of it. The lady in Sephora said to use this before my makeup just to kind of protect my pores from getting clogged. And then whenever I feel like I need it, I go in with the Murad face mask. Oh, really? I literally have the worst luck with my memory card. I always end up running out of space, so I just have to go and delete some stuff. Anyway, as I was saying, I go in with the Murad clarifying mask whenever I feel like I need it. So I usually do it once or twice a week. So far, I think I've done it about 3 times, and I've been on this regimen for about 2 weeks now. This one I find quite similar to the Origins Get Me Out of Trouble face mask. So I don't think I'm going to repurchase this until I'm out of my Origins face mask, but I did get a sample of it and I have been using it, and I have found that my skin feels quite nice after I have used it. So that's my whole skincare routine. Literally night and day to what it was like 2 weeks ago. The bumps and the redness and the cystic acne and the pain has honestly like completely gone away. I'm gonna kind of continue doing these skin vlogs and keep you up to date on what's working, what's not working, what's changed, what hasn't changed, things that I've added, things I'm taking away, just because I know there's a lot of people that are suffering with the same issues that I am, and now that I've kind of found my groove and what's really helping me, I want to be able to show other people what they can do. So yeah, that's all I've got. That's my skincare routine, that's my acne, that's my story. Like I said, I did do a more in-depth post on my blog, so again I will leave that below, and I will be checking back in with you in a couple of weeks so that we can kind of see where my skin's at then. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe If you've got any suggestions of anything that you would like to see, then please let me know, and I will see you again next time. Bye. My words are all jumbled today, I don't know what to do. Okay, focus. Also, I don't know if you can tell, but I got a new camera. Yes. I'm losing feeling in my feet. Oh. I'm sweating.